right, welcome to another episode of Cup of Joes, where you get a cup of Joe from a couple of Joes. It's either your daily or weekly because we do this stuff, on the other social channels daily. Catch 2 videos a day of us saying dumb shit that doesn't make any sense.
And pissing a lot of people off.
Apparently. Sometimes we say shit we don't even mean.
Most of the time.
Don't we all?
Yeah, and you just heard from a very special guest, our first, not our first remote guest on the podcast. We have Chris here from South Lake Tahoe. Big round of applause for Chris. Cheers to Chris, actually.
Cheers.
You got a cheers? There we go.
Cheers.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
got a little.
That's beautiful. Now, we noticed right away that you have the LA hat in the back there. And me and Chris, we met in South Lake Tahoe. Tell me if something's off limits, Chris. Are you good or?
I'm good.
All right, so we were smoking a lot of drugs. We met in a lounge, basically, a smoke lounge. Very nice place called the Tahoe Wellness Collective. If you haven't been there, definitely go. One of the only actual lounges in Northern California besides the place as you're going up there. I forget the name of it. It's a little podunk town, but it's weird. It's there and here. So really cool place. These guys were hanging out, him and his wife, enjoying themselves. And I imparted myself by offering medication to them.
Good way to put it. Yeah, we all need medication.
Exactly. Also, I was up there because Tahoe Cabin just got new garbage cans. And so we switched from a regular bin system with like a bear box over to now a full set of actual garbage cans like we have here. So they delivered them.
Coming up in the world.
Exactly. They delivered them. These things are fucking huge, dude. I have to live up there on a daily basis in order to use them. Mm-hmm. So I'm up there and I'm like, damn, I can't even use them because I can't put them out. Who's going to fucking put them back in? But Chris...
Yeah, we're all talking. Everything's all good. And I actually happen to do a little property management up here.
Oh,
and yeah, so, we just get into, and it's funny he brings that up because that's actually like what we're really dealing with right now. So it's a 3 bin system. And yeah, they're absolutely huge. But the option was you could still continue to use your bear box, but you still were going to get 2 other ones. But I believe he didn't either get the email or the memo, didn't respond, and that's what they did. They just sent
I got 3.
All 3.
Now, the interesting part was, we have bins here, and the top lid, it just opens up. That one has a little bear symbol on it, and it does clamp. So I guess the bear could rummage it around, but it can't really get inside it. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, depending on the size of the bear, I mean, I'm sure it'll.
I didn't feel very confident in the tiny latch.
But, it's a trial and error. We'll find out soon enough.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's a little bit about Chris and how we met. We are going to start things off with sports as we usually do. I want to talk about our favorite basketball player other than Steph Curry and LeBron James. Fuck you. And we'll ask Chris in a second what his is. I want to talk about CC. I want to talk about Caitlin Clark because she just recorded her second triple-double.
Yep.
Second triple-double. Only rookie to ever do this. Right?
Yep.
So now we have a couple records. We have a 19 assist game. We have all-time assist amongst rookies. And we have this now. She also is the fastest rookie to ever get to 100 three-pointers as well. Not the best percentage. She's at like 33%. But
the percentage will come.
It will,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
There's that small adjustment. It's just longer than the NCAA 3, right?
It's not like she's missing like 60% on layups.
But this is our continuing shitting on Angel Reese conversation. It doesn't have to be that we talk about Angel every time we talk about Caitlin. That's very true. Very true. But
they go hand in hand. Exactly.
She puts her name in the conversation a lot. And right now it's that Magic Bird situation that's helping the league, I think.
I think talking shit on Angel Reese, and I don't think that's really what we're doing. It's just comparing the two. It's, in my opinion, not really a comparison. But the conversation between 2 players rather than just the one is going to be better for the league.
Absolutely. I think so. How about you, Chris?
I mean, I agree. I mean, just look at everything, that's come along with it. You know, you and I, we touched on this a little bit the other day, and I think everything they bring is great to the league, and I think it's an evolution. You have to evolve with the game,
Absolutely.
um, just like the NBA. You know, I mean, look where Steph Curry shoots from. You know, they're stepping back. They're making it. You know, now you're having to guard full court. Now you have to change your defensive strategy. Now you're basing your defense around pretty much like an unstoppable force. You
Yeah,
know,
it's like Steph's
and
gravity, just like you said. You have to base your whole game now off of how much space he creates because of his gravity, and she has a lot of fucking gravity. I see a lot of plays where 3, 4 players are on her.
which in return the assist.
Yep.
Let's talk about some of those ridiculous behind the back passes and stuff like that. But I mean, the girl's got talent. And like you said, I think it's good for the sport. You compare the two. Like you said, it's better to have multiple in the conversation than just one. Um, and the fact that we're sitting here talking about two rookies too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They get a lot of hate from other people, and I think even
Cheryl
players in the,
Swoops.
and I think players in the league, and they're opening different avenues for them. They're getting the private jets.
Yep.
They're getting the big marketing deals. They're starting to make some money.
Reese's Pieces deal, I think, is because of this, right? If they're not going back and forth a lot, she doesn't get that Reese's Pieces deal, which is great for the league and great for her. That's a no-brainer deal, right? She should have had that from the beginning.
And this is just scratching the surface, in my opinion. I think the league is going to get huge. A'ja Wilson doesn't get the coverage that she should. And she's so,
I know.
She's so good.
She's ridiculous.
Kelsey Mitchell is on the Fever, is a fucking baller.
Yep.
Lexi Hall. I said her name was Becky last podcast. I'm so sorry, Lexi. You do look like a Becky, though. You got to admit that shit.
I don't even know what that means.
Do I get canceled for that? Yeah, okay, so she is number 3 in 3-point percentage right now in the whole fucking league. And she's getting those wide open Klay Thompson, Steph Curry shots right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just helping everybody. And speaking of the behind the back pass and all that great shit, the last highlight I just saw was her getting into the lane, behind the back to Lexi, out to Mitchell for 3.
I was looking at the top 10 like MVP list, and they had Caitlin Clark at like 5 or 6, somewhere in there.
No shit.
And they were showing her points per game are like 18, and she's a scorer. But they were showing A'ja Wilson at like 27 or 28, and it's like, Jesus.
Yeah, she's a baller. And when you look at A'ja too, she's leading in like 7 categories.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I think how much the game has come along. It's a lot faster. You're selling out arenas now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I think obviously the next step that they probably want to see is probably more pay. Because let's be honest.
Let's have a big now first.
Yeah, but but now with all everything's going in the right direction.
Yes.
And I just think more people need to be open to it, and not be it's. And again, and in 20, 30 years from now, the game's going to change even more.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be talking about completely other players that play the game a different. Maybe I'll go back to the post. Who knows?
As long as it gets looked at as a different sport, like it's not the NBA. It's a completely different sport. Yeah. As long as that's kept in context, oh my God, it's going to blow up. It's going to be huge. And they're going to add the Bay Area market here next year.
Yeah, we got Valkyrie coming next year. We already got merch we can buy right now.
Yep. And you're starting to see NBA players too, invest in this, and
a lot more
with their support, along with obviously, got to be billionaires, but you reap the reward, you put in the effort, you put in the money, and you make it a lot more exciting. That's for sure.
Well, Steph just came out today and said that he wants to be an owner. Maybe it's not an NBA team.
So I was actually thinking about that. So you have LeBron, who's been posting a ton about Caitlin Clark. What if he jumps in?
Yeah.
There's a possibility. Now this is going to be super patriarchal, but
you're going to have them getting together
have like NBA players start buying different markets for teams, and they're the ones.
I'm in. So I'm down with that. Yeah, for sure. They have the money to do it.
Would be great. The money would be there.
Yeah, and the NBA truly is one of the biggest supporters of the WNBA. Mm-hmm. Even if it wasn't the Stars,
absolutely,
they've always been. Hey, we're out there. Kyrie's been at many games. LeBron's been at many games. Steph has been at games. Steph did the thing with Sabrina at the 3-point contest. So they want to push it just as far as anybody else. They all have daughters too. That's interesting. Everybody I just said has a daughter.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
You gotta intertwine, and it's a great platform. The NBA obviously has the highest platform. The Olympics, all that just happened. Like, everyone was very focused on that because I don't think everyone necessarily thought that the US was going to win.
I when France first came out and played us, or what was it? It was the expansion country. My fault. It was the South Sudan.
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's fucked up. They're an expansion country. They got to pick from all the best players. But no, they only had like 4 or 5 NBA players on their squad, and they gave us a run, man. And they were a good squad. They got, I think, to the bronze game, right? Didn't they?
I don't recall. I think they lost going into the.
We like to be wrong here on Cup of Joe's, so prove us wrong, Lucas.
A quick update: Derrick Henry touchdown.
Derrick Henry touchdown. The NFL has officially begun, guys. Derrick Henry touchdown.
If it goes like that, that Baltimore team might be a little scarier than usual.
Did they just march down the field, or was there any?
Oh, 70 yards.
All right.
A little bit frustrated. I drafted Lamar Jackson last night, thinking that Derrick Henry would be a little bit too old. I mean, I know he's going to get touchdowns, but I was hoping he wouldn't, take all
right away.
I mean, that guy, he's a monster. It is insane. Like,
yeah,
that dude is, definitely on a bunch of steroids. There's no way that dude's not juiced. But listen, they all are, so it's okay. It's all right.
Oh man, yeah.
Speaking of the Olympics, I just watched Steph today too. And words out of his mouth, he said the last 3 minutes was storybook stuff. And then he was like, I still watch the highlights right now. He's just.
Let's be honest. I mean, what did he tell him? Don't worry about me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
worry about me.
And then to finish it with that step back 3 fadeaway, like you say, you couldn't make it
that
up.
Play is LeBron and Katie are wide the fuck open.
Wide open. He's like, nah, I got this.
He's the only dude in the fucking universe that can take that shot to be a good shot.
That guy, he's special. I mean, the guy's got.
Chris,
I'm a Bulls fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been, born in the '80s, grew up on Michael, all that, and then, obviously after that, we weren't good for a very long time, and then we thought Derrick Rose was going to do it for us, and
hey, you got an MVP? You got an MVP?
He did, but man, that guy was special. That guy was special. A lot of these guys.
The way Derrick plays now, I love that he was able to recreate his game and become like a mid-range jump shooter, just quick on his feet, not high-rising anymore. I love what he's done and how he's adapted.
Well,
kind of like a la Sean Livingston.
Like you said, you have to adapt. You adapt to the game. You adapt to your body too. After so long, unless you're LeBron James, it still looks the same, which is
he injects baby blood into his face.
whatever he is doing,
it's working.
Man, it is ridiculous what his body has been able to sustain over the 20 seasons. Like it is insane. But you have to just adjust. If these guys nowadays, they're quicker, they're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're younger. Heck, and that's the thing, they're younger, so their longevity.
And
I think
bounce back super quick and
because I believe the average NBA career is 4.5 years, about 4.5 to 5 years.
Correct.
And a lot of these guys,
NFL's like a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
So unless you're like an immediate impact player or you fall into the right team, the right situation, because a lot of it you got to know too, it's falling into the right situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you adjust to what the game gives you. And we were talking about Sean Livingston. I mean, that guy, man, that mid-range is ridiculous. I mean,
he basically turned himself into a turnaround post player from a high-rising jump over you, dunk on you, I get to the rim.
And he just had, bigger size. He was taller than everyone.
Yep. 6'7".
But all these guys, they develop crazy games. I mean, I think everyone's, go back to Caitlin Clark. Like she's got a really unorthodox shot, but
She does.
whatever works. I mean, again, she found a way to work for her, and look where it's gotten her.
Yep. Now she has an OnlyFans. You can have one too. She just does speak shit on that.
Oh man.
Hurry.
Sponsored by OnlyFans.
I'll be sponsored by OnlyFans. Sponsored by OnlyFans and hymns today. All right, so I heard a story from my wife about your situation with your blinds.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So we had a story about probably 10 podcasts ago about Joey's woes about getting blinds from Lowe's. Didn't mean that for that to rhyme, but it did.
Yeah.
And give me an update about your fucking blinds.
So just a quick rundown of where we were at. We bought blinds for the entire house, 30 windows, back in January. 4 weeks later, they come out.
9 months ago. 9 months ago.
9 months ago. They come out 3-4 weeks later. They install all the blinds. Half of them are broken. Half of them are short. One literally, I don't know how the fuck they even put it up. It looks like they snapped it over their knee.
They were pissed at you at that point.
No, this is the first time.
Window number 29, damn it.
All of them wrong. In some way, shape, or form. They're either broken, short,
not wide enough.
Yeah, whatever it was. They've come out every 8 weeks now. They've come out with different ones, and they keep coming broken.
So you have to short back again.
Yeah. So the guy finally came out. This was the 5th time he had come out.
And same dude.
Same dude.
Jesus.
So he had written down everything that needed to be fixed. He sends in an order. Got a whole new set. He come out.
You mean all 30?
This time around, we finally like whittled it down to like, okay, we got 8 left.
Okay.
And then we're
Got you.
But I mean, this is taken 5 to 6 times out. He comes out. We're 7 or 8 away. He comes in and he's like, hey man, I have horrible news for you. And I was like, what's up, man? He's like, they don't make the same blinds. They sent you the closest thing.
It took so long they changed the fucking style of the blinds.
Yeah. He's like, we don't have corded blinds anymore. These are all cordless. And I was like, and it's not like 8 in one room that I would just be like, you know what? I'm just tired of dealing with it. It's like
scattered
one there,
the house.
one there, and one there. And I was just like, dude, what do you even want me to say? Like,
what do you do? What do you do? What did you do?
He's like, so let's just order all new ones so that they're all matching. And I'm just like,
so at this point, it's cost Lowe's about $3,000 to be at your house every month.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, Lowe's will call you in a couple days and we'll get this all fixed.
Sure.
They didn't call. So I called yesterday and I was like, so what are we doing at this point? Like, can you just tell me? So the person on the phone finally tells me what I've been telling them the whole time. It's like, we don't know if we want to like pay to keep doing this.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you that. I just wanted my money back. And they're like, no, you can't just have your money back.
Yeah, you now run a blinds company. Yeah.
This is the great part. They don't get rid of, like, they don't pick up the blinds for you. You have to dispose of the blinds.
So you have them all.
I've had to dispose of 46 blinds at this point. So now at this point,
I need some blinds up at the cabin, man.
I was gonna say, hey,
right, I got you.
You still got one. All right.
At this point, I'm just gonna like start taking them and just dropping them on their front porch at Lowe's and just be like, hey, you guys fucking take it.
I fucking tried.
I mean, yeah, because if you take that to the dump, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, oh, and also the first brackets that they put in incorrectly. So there's also not only all the days off of work that I've had to take off to be there, like the countless amount of fucking things, but they also have to patch every single fucking hole in there's 30 of them on both sides. So that's at least 60 holes that they have to patch, paint. It's like, you guys are going to lose like 10 grand on this.
Yeah, what are you fucking doing?
Oh my
So-
goodness.
So I have no idea where this is going to go. This is,
All right, well,
Well, now you're scaring me. Well, now you're scaring me because I just ordered
oh shit.
blinds for a property, and I mean, it definitely was not for 30 windows,
is
but
it Lowe's or where'd you go?
no, I went Home Depot.
There
So
you
we
Hey,
You're probably gonna be.
we support Home Depot on this page.
We support Home Depot. We support Home Depot workers out in the outside Home Depot.
actually, funny story. I actually used to work for the founder of Home Depot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Pat Farah. He was co-owner. He was co-founder, and he actually is the owner, one of the owners of the Lucky Beaver Barn Burger Grill in town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Lucky Beaver, great place to go in South Lake Tahoe. Don't bring your fucking kids. They won't let them in. But
21 or older. But if you do have your kids, come see me at Toulouse, because I also run a restaurant in town. I help run a restaurant in town, Little Cajun Style Cuisine.
Hell yeah.
Style, yeah.
Yeah, 901 Park Avenue.
901 Park Avenue. If you didn't get that, 901 Park Avenue, South Lake Tahoe. Come on down.
Hell yeah.
He says your first drink's on him.
Hey, come on down and see me, man. Let's see what we can do. But
I hope
yeah,
you like
man.
Well vodka.
actually, our well vodka is actually Tahoe Blue, which is
Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah.
we have a nice well, man. Our well, we try to keep people happy and make sure they come back. Like everything in life, everything's expensive, but if you have a good quality product, people will come back. People will go find you.
Absolutely. That's what we completely disregard with this podcast. This is not equality.
God, it's going to say the same thing.
Well, I was gonna say we were just talking about Lowe's, so the quality product.
Oh, that's hella funny.
All right. So NFL predictions.
7-7, 7-7. By the
There
way,
you go. Okay. We're going to keep that in because there is a running contest. If you guess what's in our cups at any episode, you get to come on the cast. Chris, guess what was in my pipe, so he gets to come on. So, speaking of NFL, we just had the start of the NFL season. Chris has the game on in the background right now. For YouTube purposes, you cannot hear that, right? There's no, we'll cut it out. So, my team's the 49ers, still on our quest for 6 for the last fucking 30 years.
we had you. We had you.
You did.
Green Bay
did.
Packers, the Packers, baby.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. You're a Packer fan too?
I see. Joey, go ahead and tell him what fan you are.
I'm a
Don't tell me a Cowboy. Oh my God, I knew. Oh Lord, Lord help me, please. Oh no.
So
Let me
all
tell
of my
you,
best
I'm
friends-
I'm born and raised in Texas, and I hate
This
the damn Cowboys.
traitor.
he was never anywhere near Texas in any of his life.
So my pops on his side of the family had a cousin that played for the Dolphins. So in 1972, when they played in the Super Bowl, the whole family's rooting for the Dolphins. And my dad's like, you know what? I want the other team to win. Was a Cowboy fan from that day forward, and that's how I picked up the Cowboys.
Out of fucking spite.
Out of spite.
Oh my God.
Direct spite. Okay. All right. So, your predictions this year for your guy. Who is your guy, by the way? They didn't switch.
The Cowboys are my guys.
Trey Lance, right? Trey Lance.
I do like Trey Lance. He's not going to see the field this year.
Yeah.
I'm not a Dak
Contact
fan.
you.
I'm not a Dak fan, but I still think we'll win. I've seen like wild predictions. Like I've seen people say that they'll win like anywhere from like 6 all the way up to 12, and I think it's gonna be right there in the middle of about 8 to 9. 8 to 9.
That's reasonable. I think we'll go to the Super Bowl and lose again. So that's going to be fun for me. We
And
actually
I support that.
we actually still have not talked about this on the podcast because every time I try to, I just get all sad inside. We just skipped it. We basically were like, yep, the Niners lost the fucking Super Bowl. Moving on.
They are a good team though, man.
I do too. I think that we're a great team. I think Purdy has some steps to take, even though he looks great. I don't care about the game manager acronym or moniker or whatever. that dude can throw the football for my team any day. He's my quarterback.
Yeah, well, we're hoping Jordan Love, that he grows a little, still grows, and he overall, I think he had a good year. The Packers, no one expected much from us. I'm kind of pissed that Aaron Jones isn't with us. He's actually from my hometown, from El Paso. But yeah, man, I just don't understand why everyone leaves the Packers and just goes either to the Vikings, to the Jets. Like, it's exactly where they go. I mean, Brett Favre.
Speaking of spiteful, yeah.
Speaking of spiteful, yeah. That's it. Fuck it.
But no, but we'll see. I think we have a shot. I mean,
you guys got any good rookies that I don't really follow the Packers? For good and obvious reasons, but
I haven't followed them too much this season, man. I've just been tied up, and but I think as long as Jordan Love, can manage the ball, and the thing is, the ground game. The ground game is you have to establish that. You can't just rely. I don't know. I hate to say it, but Dan looks at Patrick Mahomes can always just rely on the damn pass, and
you see that behind the back bullshit.
I was just gonna say, like,
fucking guy.
Again, another guy who out of college, probably nobody expected him to be what he is.
Not what he is.
Fell into the right situation, the right coach, and look at him now. Like, they're going for 3, man. Like,
that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
That's to do it once is hard. Twice, okay, and then, man, you're going for 3. Like, that's pretty impressive.
And Mahomes actually already has 3. It's just not in a row.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
They're going for a 3P.
Just not in a row. We're going through the 3P, yeah.
And this motherfucker has beat me in 2 Super Bowls. So thanks for bringing him up there, Chris.
I think as long as Jordan Love grows from where he was at especially at the end of the season,
as long as we don't go backwards. But
that dude's got flashes. That dude, that is.
It'll be interesting. We're playing in Brazil. We're playing in Brazil tomorrow. So
oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that
whole trip.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
okay. So they traveled out there
today.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because they're playing on Sunday. Yeah.
They did. No, they're playing tomorrow.
No, they play tomorrow.
Oh.
But no, I don't think they flew out today. They had to have flown out earlier.
You think Wednesday?
If anything, maybe yesterday, but they were concerned about how dangerous.
Oh, that's right. They were concerned about the security.
Shit. That's right.
Security was a big old thing. I mean, yeah, Brazil, I don't think is the safest place in the world.
Okay. So are they playing in a soccer stadium or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's sketchy. So now think about which teams are playing. Apparently the color green out there is like very gang related and like can start riots and shit.
It is in Tahoe too. Don't be wearing fucking green.
What teams are playing?
I was out in Tahoe when I met this guy. I was just going up there for the cans. I had to do some work up there too, but I am tomorrow at 8:00 in the morning leaving to Reno to go see Teddy Swims. One of the things my wife or your wife maybe gave me, I don't know. Well, how'd that work?
Whoa.
His wife helped my wife come up with these things to do. So I don't know if it was her idea, but whoever's idea it was, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So go to see Teddy Swims tomorrow. We leave at 8:00 in the morning, and then we're driving back at like 8:00 in the morning on Saturday. So one night only. Should be fun. I don't know who is opening for him. I don't know where we're sitting.
Just you two going up there?
Yeah, Grand Sierra Hotel.
Hell yeah.
Grand Sierra Resort. I love that place.
Yeah, I was just looking it up today. It looks like they have a driving range off the back.
Yep.
Off the back into like some little like charging
like a lake. Yeah.
They're actually
bowling alley there too. Yep.
Yeah. They have a theater. They're actually doing an expansion. And I forgot, I don't know if it's $1 billion or a couple billions of dollars.
In that place too? That seems huge already.
They're going to make it like a whole entertainment district.
Oh, nice.
So they're going to have like you're saying, like the golf, but more like tiers, kind of like some
like Top Golf. Yep.
Yeah, like Top Golf that's out there. I actually worked for them. Actually just noticed that they're going under. Yeah, they're struggling right now, but yeah, I worked for Top Golf too. I opened up a few Top Golfs. I mean, great concept, great way to introduce people to golf because golf's a scary sport for sure. It's
for sure.
not, you definitely it's hard to capture a kid's attention, especially with a game that, well, first of all, with anything, and then you're trying to hit that ball, like, yeah, it's a great way. All the kid wants to do is hit it and watch it go in a target, and like the computer telling you did a good job, and
I
so
think
great,
that's all.
great concept. I just
We do have an amazing story about.
Yeah, we actually have a cool story. So we went golfing last Friday, and we took my son out.
Kind of on a whim too. Joey was going with the sun in the twilight and was like, "Hey, you guys want to come? Just come." I'm like, cool, let's go.
Yeah, we like teed off at like 4:30. Like,
Yeah,
we're just trying to get in whatever we can, and it's getting late and it's getting real dark.
we probably shouldn't have played the last 2 holes.
Yeah, but we were just trying to make the most out of our $30.
$33 with a cart.
So we get to the last part 3. It's over water and it's dark. And I'm like, no, let's head home. We're just all gonna lose golf balls.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
Actually, it was Mace. He was like, "Dad, can I just hit it?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, just go hit it. Just go do it. And he goes and hits it, and we're like, "Well, fuck that. We're gonna go."
Yeah, my son's 8 years old. All day we've been talking about he's been frustrated because he didn't get a par.
He's never gotten a par.
Yeah.
And he was close a couple times during the day.
But he's a golfer.
Yeah.
But he golfs.
Yes.
Yeah,
You take him golfing. Okay.
So he hits it over the water, which is already an impressive feat. Because, I mean, we're probably 116 or so. It's a par 3.
Yeah, he hit it about 20 yards further than my ball.
Goes over the water, and he's about 20 yards off the green.
I think it hits the green and rolls off to the right.
Yep.
So we're like, oh shit, he's going to have a 2-putt for a par. But nope,
Yep.
It rolls off to the right.
Okay.
So he goes up, he chips it, and it,
Fucking 2 inches from dunking it in the fucking hole.
yeah. But then it rolls, and it's about 15 feet away, and it's like, God damn it. He's not going to get his motor today. It's all good. But then he rolls his putt. And it's like, oh shit, that has a chance.
Perfect speed, perfect line.
Right
Okay.
in, got his first fucking par.
I pick him up. I'm fucking throwing him in.
That's awesome. Oh, I bet he was stoked.
Oh man, it was the perfect way to end the day too, because that was the last thing anybody did.
Right.
Got back in the car, had a beer, and went home.
Yep.
It was
Yeah, and it ended on a good note. Cool,
Yes,
man. No, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. I'm sure it felt great.
Oh yeah.
I got 2 little boys too, so and
Very good.
7-year-old and 11, and they're at soccer right now. It's got them busy, but yeah, man. Kids are fun. They definitely keep us on our toes, and I always say that if it wasn't for my kids, who knows where in the world I'd be.
oh, you'd probably be in this room with us, asshole. At least you're over there. Yeah, so Joey has, we gonna say 3 kids?
Yeah, 3 kids.
And I have 3 kids too. So,
Yep.
2011, 13. Jesus, 14. Holy shit, I don't know my kids' ages. And yours are
9, 8, 6.
986.
Yep.
That's easier.
Mhm.
Fun stuff. We do have a segment that we've been trying to bring back for a while, and it's going to be a surprise for Joey. We're gonna read some jokes. We're gonna do some jokes today.
All right.
All right. So we'll give ourselves about 2 minutes to go ahead and look up your jokes, and then we'll get right to this. We're gonna go round robin style. Now, I'm not giving you a category. I'm not giving you shit because I want to see where everyone goes. You know where the fuck I'm going. But look at that mic control now that you can hear it.
I know, it's nice.
All right, I'll start it off here, guys. Are you ready? How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant? He forgot to wrap his Whopper. She asked for extra pickles. That's a pretty good pickup line. Is that a mirror in your pocket? Because I can see myself in your pants. No,
It works better than you think.
those mirrors were on my shoes.
Are you a trampoline? Because I'd like to bounce on you.
What's the difference between a G spot and a golf ball?
I can find my golf ball right.
A guy will actually look for a golf ball.
All right.
Oh man, that's a good one.
What does a robot do after a one-night stand? He nuts and bolts.
How do you make your girlfriend scream during sex?
Call her and tell her about it.
That's exactly it.
What's the difference between a microwave and a woman?
Hmm.
A man will actually press and pull a microwave's buttons and knobs. Yeah, man. Are you a fighter fire? Because you make me hot and leave me wet.
Covered in chemicals. What's hot, pink, and wet? A pig in a hot tub, you dirty fuck.
That could have gone anywhere.
What kind of bees produce milk? Boobies. For all you kids out there to listen to us.
What's the difference between your boyfriend and a condom?
Ooh, good question.
Condoms have evolved. They're not so thick and insensitive anymore.
Says you, I only use Magnum, so it didn't change. Chris, if you don't know, these ones get the best following. These ones go viral, and the stuff we're talking about, sports and who's the GOAT and shit like that. People hate that shit.
No, yeah.
What's Peter Pan's favorite place to eat out? Wendy's.
Oh. Are you? Oh man, that's.
I knew it was coming, and I still
Ready for it? You had it. What do you play with at night that also vibrates? Your phone.
All right. Everyone does. Everyone does.
Every single night.
You're a Rubik's Cube because the more I play with you, the harder you get.
Wait, go again. I missed it. Go again.
Are you a Rubik's Cube? Because the more I play with you, the harder you get.
I am definitely a Rubik's Cube.
What's the difference between a bitch and a whore?
A whore will fuck everyone. A bitch will fuck everyone but you. God damn.
Oh. You're running the couple.
I didn't think I remembered that. That is a classic definition now. I mean, there's no truer statement that's ever been made.
My wife asked me to spoon in bed. I'd rather fork.
I'd rather scissor. Are you Little Caesars? Because I'm hot and ready. What's the difference between you and an egg? An egg gets laid. Because I just saw yours on mine. I think we're on the same one.
Oh, are we on the same one?
We're
Probably.
said the same one. So, are you my homework? Because I'm not doing you, and I definitely should be. What's made of rubber, handed out at some schools, and exists to prevent mistakes? Erasers.
Oh man.
There's a human eraser called Plan B.
I feel like I'm going to get canceled for half.
Please say that. What the fuck are you doing? Come on.
No.
This is our job to get canceled. What are you talking about? Give me one of them. Give me half one. Just a tip. Just a tip.
I'll give you half of one. When's it okay to beat up a dwarf?
Oh,
When?
man.
When he tells your girlfriend her hair smells nice.
Oh man.
That's the one. That's the one I get canceled for.
Oh, why don't vegans moan during sex?
Why?
They don't want anyone to know they're enjoying a piece of meat.
Does it got gluten in it? All right. Well, that wraps it up for the joke section of today. Thank you so much for joining the jokes. This is going to make some good shorts. You'll see those very soon. I'm apparently sweating. What the fuck is this about? Is it just
It's the headphones.
my wife turned on the heater before she fucking left? Just fuck those guys.
Not helping me with the kids.
I hear
damn
him
it.
talking to there. I got to take this kid to MMA. So Chris has graciously invited everyone in my household up next week.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I just looked at my schedule and I do have my niece's birthday party, so won't be able to make it this time, but definitely sometime he's gonna have the You said you're gonna have the boxing match, the Canelo fight, as well as the MMA fight.
Yeah, so the MMA is going to be there was a Noche UFC. There's the first one at the Sphere.
Oh
So
shit, that's right.
yeah,
That's gonna be cool.
And the
so
only
that's
one
gonna be
from what
cool.
he says, right?
I don't know. I mean, I think
Depends
it
on
all,
how much a draw of it is, right? If
yeah,
they get a lot of money off that shit, they're gonna do it again.
yeah, but it's hard to compete when you're out in Dubai and
True.
where the real money is, But so yeah, that's that, and then Canelo's going to be fighting too, so I'm gonna order both. Have some people over. We just moved into a new little spot here, so kind of like a little housewarming thing, inviting
Oh hell yeah.
the lady's sister, the sister-in-law and all that. So something chill. Actually taking the weekend off. I usually work all weekend.
There you go.
I do the management during the week, and then I do a lot of the rush on the weekends, help them out.
Hustler.
Mm-hmm.
Just like us.
You got to. I mean, you got to.
Multiple
Man.
jobs and multiple businesses and multiple
Nothing's getting cheaper. Nothing's getting cheaper, and
Exactly.
yeah, kids start liking nicer things.
Yeah. No shit.
We've made our kids entitled on this podcast before.
Very.
Well, my son just lost a tooth, and I get a text from my lady, "Hey, can you bring a $5 bill?" And I'm like, "For the tooth fairy," and I said, $5 for a tooth? I said, "Damn, like I'm about to start knocking my own teeth out." So I get some. So she proceeds to tell me that he got it pulled at the dentist, and it was the lady that whoever pulled his tooth told him, "Oh, this is a big one. This one looks like it's worth a lot of money." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man."
You should send a bill for that.
Yeah.
Tooth pull too.
Better ask that lady for $5.
That's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, $5. Like, I was happy when I was getting $1.
How many teeth are in your head? 32, right?
Yeah,
That's a fair amount of cash.
So yeah, so now every time he goes to the dentist, I gotta see what year we're in, and then see how much inflation has happened, because everything's been absurd lately.
Let me ask you this: living out there, because I only I'm up there once a month, so I don't live there. Do you find yourself gambling a lot, a little? What is your gambling situation, man?
So I rarely ever gamble now.
Okay.
So when I first moved up here, so one thing about me is I no longer drink. So I used to be an alcoholic, like hardcore.
Yeah.
So actually August 24th of this year was my 2 years.
Oh yeah,
Good for
congrats.
you, man. Congrats.
Yeah,
I almost made it 2 years last time. I stopped, but I started again. Not a quitter.
No, but I had to do what's best for me.
Exactly.
I mean, it was just a vicious cycle, and
Yeah.
when I was doing that, along with the drunkenness, and the casinos are right there.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you're there, you're playing, you're spending money. When you're hammered, you start tipping big, and you're like,
that you just bet $100 on that fucking hand.
or when the girl comes around and the drinks are free, you're tipping $20, and you're like, yeah, no wonder that chick came around 6 times, because she just made $120, So but this town is tough, man. That casino life over there, it's tough. A lot of people struggle up here, but it's but just like anywhere, I think it's tough anywhere. It's just
Yeah.
And nowadays, with everything, high cost of living, it also depends on where you live, But yeah, it's things are getting a little pricey, but yeah, the casinos, it's a fun time here and there. I still hang out with people that all my friends drink. But when we're here on next Saturday, like people will bring their alcohol or whatever. Like my choice of not drinking shouldn't have an effect on everybody else. Yeah, it's some people, they'll ask me, they'll be like, "Hey, you cool if I bring some?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." Like,
and that's cool. That's cool.
I'm past that stage,
because that's showing that they understand and respect. I didn't drink for 2 years, and it was the same thing I would go out with these guys still to the winery or whatever, and I just wouldn't drink. I probably would smoke and have just as good a time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But there was kind of the respect thing of, hey, is it okay if I'm like, I don't give a fuck. My decisions don't affect you. This is what I'm doing. You go ahead and do whatever you want. It's not going to make it harder for me. It's not going to anything like that. I'm over all that shit. Yeah.
So yeah, and
It's actually like you better be fucking drinking.
That's true. Fucking modify your behavior around me because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, but I'm also at that time, I think, point in my life where like I don't really like to go down there. Like Friday nights and Saturday nights are crazy, It's cool. It's a good time. It's a good time for
I'm
sure.
almost with you though, on that Friday
moderation
thing, because when I was down there, when I met you guys on like a Wednesday, Tuesday, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, it's not crowded.
I can get into whatever restaurant I want. I can go play whatever game I want.
Yep.
I can get to the beach in like 10 minutes on either side. Like, it's nice.
Yeah, and we just are coming to what people call shoulder season, or the off season, and it is nice. Everyone's back in school. You don't have as many tourists, at least.
For sure.
But yeah, man, the casinos are fun. Every once in a while, we'll go. Like,
yeah. So you're not
I'll get off of work at the restaurant sometimes, and the guys will want to go. One of my friends in particular loves to play that blackjack on the computer.
Yeah, the big chick girl. The girl.
Yeah. And actually, man, I don't always go with them, but the times that he wants to go and I go, we win. So every once in a while, he'll be like, "You want to go?" And I'm like, I rarely go. I'd say I've probably been there in the last 3 months, maybe 2 times or 3 times.
I think that's how I would be if I lived there too. I don't think I'd be.
When I first moved here and I drank and I was starting to meet people and stuff like that, I mean,
the amounts of cocaine alone that you're doing.
No. Yeah. But I used to work graveyard at the Lucky Beaver, so you go in.
Yeah.
You go in 10 p.m. and you're getting out 6, 7, 8 in the morning sometimes.
Right.
It was something that progressively got worse for worse, and then I don't know, just one day, literally, Well, here's the thing. It got to the point where like I wasn't even driving, like where the lady was like, "You ain't driving." So,
oh wow,
grown man riding a bike to work, like and it was the same thing every day. And I would just buy those little shooters on the way home and smash like 5 of them on a 7-minute ride home. So it was like,
damn.
I was feeling good when I was at home, but I thought I was fooling everybody and I wasn't. And just one day,
the one thing that we all get wrong about it, you're not fooling a goddamn person. You think you have your shit together and you absolutely don't.
Absolutely not, man. And but it's hard. It's hard for people to get out of that.
Oh, it's
like I said, especially I think in a town like this, because it's kind of like secluded away from everything. It's up on the mountain, so all you have is what's here.
Yeah.
No, you got to understand, a lot of these people that live here don't leave Tahoe for anything. Like, when the fires happen and stuff like that, like you have people that be like, "Oh, if this town burns, like I'm going down with it." Like they're not, like when the fires happened and all that. So, people love Tahoe. I think it's changing, but it's a beautiful place. I encourage everybody to at least come visit once. I think it's crazy that I live here. Most people save up. You get a lot of people from just all over the world. They'll save up.
It's crazy.
They'll save up for one trip only, and
and that's there.
And I'm trying to. I recently got into like trying to get a little bit fit and stuff, and I start thinking about my children.
Well, listen, I'd fuck you. So you're doing good, man.
So man, so I'm just just trying to grow in life, trying to get myself in a better place. And you gotta stay current with the times. And if stuff goes up in price, you gotta find that next niche. Like how can I get more? How can I maximize myself? But yeah, man, Tahoe, those of you that have never been here, 100%, if you ever get a chance, come out here. The lake is absolutely beautiful. I think I just saw something in an article that we got like #1 picturesque lake in the world.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
definitely.
And it was, I think there was like, I think maybe Up in Michigan, maybe there was one or two, and then everything else was like outside of the United States, like Italy and stuff like that. But
I think
beautiful. I mean,
we all take it for granted too. Like, we live 20 minutes from San Francisco, never go. We live 3 hours from Tahoe. Most people don't go that often.
Right.
And like you said, I've ran into people from France, from Paris, from Canada, from Europe, all in South Lake Tahoe. Like, it's the place to be.
Yep.
It's crazy to me that you fucking live there. Right?
well, yeah, and you know what? But here's the thing: I'm from Texas, man, and these winters out here, you just never know where you're gonna get. But
I don't envy that.
I'm not a skier. I'm not a snowboarder, but my son just picked up skiing last year, so now there's that. But yeah, I mean, you just never know. You could get no snow some weeks, and you can get 10 feet one week. Like it's
Yeah, the first time I had to wake up and like dig my car out of the snow to go to work, everything was fucked.
oh, and it's every single day. Like
Fuck.
but it's just crazy, the 4-lane highway goes down to just one way each way. Like I've seen snowplows before, like it's literally just the whole 50 just lined up with snowplows. Like they have those machines that eat up the berms.
Yeah.
I didn't even know those machines existed.
And
And it was, I'm a kid from Texas, like, and in El Paso, I'll tell you this. I talked to my brother. He lives in El Paso, and he's a special education teacher. And of last year, I believe they got a warning that they might get a 1/4 inch of snow. I think
quarter inch.
maybe, or maybe a 1/2 inch, and they canceled classes. And I'm like, man, I'm like,
Like when it rains in San Jose, they're like, "Oh, this is crazy weather. We're gonna we have to set some shit down." What the fuck are you talking about?
But then you had Texas. They had those big ice storms too. That man, that was terrible. They had an ice storm down there, and but I've obviously adjusted to this. I've learned a lot. I never. If you would have asked if I was ever going to own a snowblower, I'd be like, absolutely not. So I go and buy a new snowblower. I used it a whole 5 times last year. I'm like, because the year before was that super heavy.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Where I mean, the town like was shut down. Like you had fire station. You had gas stations on fire.
Yeah.
It was insane. Grocery stores were closed because the roofs were caving in. Electricity went out, so you had spoiled food. It was.
I wish we'd have met last year because I got a snowblower I never used in the fucking garage of my cat.
So I went and bought me a nice snowblower, and it's good to have because you never know. Like I said, it's better to have it than to when it happens, you're like, damn, I should have got it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, definitely, but 2 different times to come. If you're a snow person, definitely the winter. My mom is not a snow person.
I love the summer in Tahoe, and I know the lake is cold, but you get out there on a boat or a jet ski or something, and if you're in about 78 degrees or hotter, you don't care about how cold the lake is. It's just beautiful. You get to see so much out there. There's so much to do near too. You got Reno not too far away. You got Truckee. There's some cool stuff over in Truckee. I don't know if you ever get out there.
That's crazy you bring that up. I'm going here, I think 8 or 9 years now. We just went this last maybe like we went this last year to Truckee for the first time. And
it was like an hour.
Dude, yes. Absolutely beautiful drive. Like again, not taking advantage of what's around me.
What's in your backyard? Yep.
And it's like
around us. And we go to Florida and we're like, yay, we're on Orlando. We don't care.
Did you the river over there?
Where? In
Truckee?
No, we just went for the day. We just went up for the day, me, the lady, and the kid.
I've never floated the river. What are you talking about? There's like you float down like the river?
Yeah, similar.
Same thing? Okay.
So the trick, people float down on their paddle boards, kayaks, tubes.
Yeah, it's a shit show.
So I floated the river, but I lived in Austin for a little bit, and the Guadalupe River, I believe it's in New Braunfels, runs along a amusement water park called Schlitterbahn. So yeah, it's a river that runs alongside a water park, and people float it. Like you float down to the bottom. I mean, just like everywhere. You float the river, you take your ice chest, you get hammered, and then when you get to the very bottom, there's a school bus, like a
Yep.
bus, and it
Save
takes you
everybody.
and it takes you right back up if you want.
Yep, right to your car where you drive home.
Where the cops waiting right down the street.
The Truckee one's cool. I mean, because there's so many coves that you can like pull off to the sides. It's like massive parties. Just as you flow down, there's just like there's a club, there's a club, there's a club. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Down the Sacramento one, there's usually just people having fun, but then there's like a bunch of people on the shore that have water cannons and just fuck up everybody's day. Like I've seen this guy eating a sandwich he's about to put in his mouth. This guy should be blasting the sandwich. I think I was like, it's my fucking lunch, man. The guy on the shore is like, there's no way you can get to me. I'm just laughing my ass off.
Yeah, no, there's no eating on the trip that I went to.
So I lived in Arizona too, in Phoenix for about 10 years, and you float the river there too, and Labor Days, Labor Day, yeah. So the craziest thing, ASU's there, man. It's one of the biggest party schools. One of the biggest party schools.
Sun Devils.
Oh no, ASU, yeah, Sun Devils. And we're used to floating the river, and I remember this one time it's packed, and I forget what weekend it was. First time I'd ever seen it was a float, and they had a stripper pole right in the middle of it. And I was like, there's no freaking, yep, that's exactly what it was. And they had like a boombox built on it and everything. It was wild, man. They
knew what they were doing.
ASU definitely, they like to party, man. Austin, Texas too. Austin, Texas, another place that.
You know what? I've never been.
Oh my God. I 100%,
that's
100% recommend it. Beautiful place, huge music place as well.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too, yeah.
Taylor's brother lives out there, so we're going to try to get out there the next year or two. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Austin City Limits is a good one. But yeah, man, and then from there you have San Antonio that's an hour away. But like from my hometown to freaking Austin, I believe it's like, I think it's a 10-hour drive. I think it takes
no joke.
I think from El Paso to Houston, I think is the exact same distance from El Paso to LA, I think. Something like that.
So
that's crazy.
I lived out in South Texas for a little bit, out in Rio Grande
City.
Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Rio Grande Valley. And
is this Border Patrol shit?
Yeah. And I was excited because I was like, cool, I get to go to my home state, or the Cowboys' home state.
He thinks it's his home state. Did you hear this motherfucker?
I just
Where are you from again?
I mean, you know what I mean.
Where are you from now?
State.
He's from Cal.
I'm from here. But I get to go, I'm going to go to every single game.
The motherland.
Yeah, the motherland.
Oh, no, you were so far.
Every Sunday, I'm going to the game. It's going to be awesome. And it's like not even kind of.
It's like driving from here to LA, basically.
Way further. It's like a round trip.
Yeah, man. Texas.
There's no highways that just like drive you up there. It's like it's side roads.
So like one lane desert shit.
Yeah, it was like 10 hours.
Holy shit.
No, Texas is big, man. But I think the speed limit is something like, I think 75 or 80.
Is it really? That's nice.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, man.
In your car and shoot somebody?
Well, not legally, but yeah. I mean, technically, you can do that anywhere.
True. You got big enough balls, you can do this anywhere.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove, right?
It's what you have a badge to get away with. It's what you.
Just got to know where to hide the bodies.
Yeah, man. But, Texas, it's just, I lived there for, pretty much my whole life. Border town, El Paso. I mean, we used to go to Mexico all the time and party. I mean, that's what you did. 18 years old. I mean, what's there to, you're an adult, you think there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you go to Mexico, you can drink. So, you used to go pay. There was a club that we used to go to, and it was right as soon as you walked right over. So you would drive downtown, you'd park, drive right over, you'd walk right over, you have some change, you pay $10, drink and drown. Or 15. And those of you who don't know what drink and drown is, you pay $10 or $15 and you drink all night, whatever you want. And I had never
of drinking drowned before.
Yep.
I love this saying. I'm probably going to use it from now on.
We need to open a bar.
I'll drink and drown.
So yeah, so
Night and do whatever the fuck you want. You can play Russian roulette in the fucking.
so yeah, man. So you would pay $10-15. I mean, this place probably held. I mean, it's Mexico, so definitely no.
Yeah.
They weren't following the the fire marshal. They any of the fire codes or anything like that. And I mean, it probably held 200 people. Like, and it was just like a floor, and it was upstairs and downstairs, 2 bars. It was crazy, man. Like, people wrapped around the building. Like, it was insane. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to just pay $10? At the same time, you pay $10, 200 people. How many times are you really gonna get to the front of the bar?
Yeah. True. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds amusing. Cool. I guess we're gonna get 5 beers for the whole night here.
Yeah. And they're watered down Tecate with hella lime. So you're not really getting.
So yeah, man, it was we used to do that, and nowadays with everything that happened with cartels and everything, like none of those places exist.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck around down there anymore. Same thing in TJ. We used to do the same thing. Hop across. I used to live in La Mesa, San Diego. Hop across for the night. It's when you could walk across with just an ID. Same thing. Club over there. We didn't have a drink and drown. But
Were you in Juarez when you were doing that?
Yeah, we were on Waters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the shit goes down, right?
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, man, it's it's crazy over there. That territory is prestigious territory. But yeah, man, it's getting it's rough. Like my mom, she still lives in El Paso. I have family there, and they go and maybe like get some medicine or
Oh yeah, during the day,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But like but it's changed a lot. It's crazy. It's corrupt.
Oh yeah,
there's no system.
there's corruption everywhere, but the prevalence of the corruption and how willing they are to show you how corrupt they are is.
Well, yeah, it's those are just some people that literally got no feelings and no souls, man. They
don't give a fuck about human life.
Yeah,
at all.
Granted, they're probably coming from nothing, and that's and that's what happens. These but it's right now, a big problem that's been down there too is all the immigrants have been coming. So like all this stuff like you guys see on TV and stuff, like that shit's really there. Like, yeah, my mom will be like, I'll go downtown, and she's like, you just see like, yeah, they're so like the people you see coming out of like the like manholes and stuff, like yeah, like that's for real happening over there. Like
I want to see
they built that wall just to make them go higher because
we were coming across the tunnels anyway. Fuck you.
But I mean it's a long stretch, man, and but it's the world we live in, and it sucks. These people are trying to seek refuge over here and stuff, but
we actually talked about this on the last podcast. We were basically saying like, wouldn't you do the same fucking thing to help your family?
Well, here's the thing. Look at these people. Look how far they travel. And what sucks, it's just like anything, you can relate it to a lot of things. All it takes is one bad apple to spoil it for everything.
Exactly.
And, you do get those people that are coming here to do nothing but bad things. Like, I don't know if you just saw
every regulation comes from, by the way. It is two bad actors doing something crazy. And now we have regulations to not do that.
I also lived in Colorado for a little bit. And I don't know if you see what's going on in Aurora, but yeah, I mean, there's gangs just running these apartment complexes. Like, that's crazy, and that's the stuff, yes, that we want to avoid. And, but like you said, if you were in their shoes, what would you do? Because to them, it's life or death. It's like, if I stay here in my hometown, I'm gonna, if I don't help them, then they're gonna kill me. Well, I'll just go, And I mean, a lot of them, the parents don't even come. They just send their children with people that are coming
and tell them send money back. Yep, exactly.
And
well, on this very, very happy note, we're gonna wrap it up.
Don't worry, we're all riding the same bus down there.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank Chris for joining us all the way from.
Oh, absolutely, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being the official first virtual guest. We appreciate you. You did amazing, fucking great job.
Well, thank you.
We'll have you on again for sure, and I will definitely come up and partake in some fun with you guys up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Chris. Thank you, Joey, for Cup of Joes. We're going to be signing off. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, smash the fucking icon button that gives you the alerts. All the things that you do, to make sure that you listen to our shit. Please do that. And we appreciate everything that you guys do. Please keep the comments coming. We love it. Please keep the hate coming too. We know that's what the internet is about. So we're not affected at all by it. Please keep doing it. Again, for Cup of Joes, thank you very much. Signing off.
Thank you.